We're in the Valentine house. Give just a second for everything to catch up. Ooh, we have a telegram. I'd be willing to bet that's maybe Wainwright or Corvid replying. But it could be any number of people. We need to go to Emerald to pull the last section of wheat. I hope Ivy's good, and I hope she fully understands why we're not following up anything with her. Because Abdul kind of has his own stuff going on. This guy's just... What's Huxley? Quentin. Huxley.
Going.
think I spelled liaison wrong. There's 2 eyes. That's all we really need to do right now. Flampet match. I have 10 wheat and 25 sugar in my wagon. I need to make 5 mash, I think, tonight. This should be a simple thing. We're gonna go pull wheat for a little bit. Somebody with a bird. If I get... four of these... it's 120. Divided by 20 is 6. If I do 150, I have 10 still there. That's 8. We'll do that. Nobody I know. That's fine. At least nobody I think I know. If somebody ever comes out here and is like, hey, what the hell? Why are you looking at me funny? It's like, well, to be honest, the last time I was in this field, there was a confrontation between two folks, and one of them wound up bleeding out in the field with his throat slashed. That happened to be something that I was able to assist with, but... it's a problem. How's this? I'll even take the hat off for you, Minnie. Thistlebrook. There you go. You can clip it, send it to whoever. Get the buck buckle. You gotta get the belt buckle. Maybe I'll clip it for you and just... that'd be funny. Somebody's in a hurry. Alrighty. We're just doing a little bit more of this. We don't need that much. And we're going to go over to Emerald Ranch proper. Pull out the wagon. Dump the gun from the horse and the wheat into it. See whether Mackenzie is in the bar. I doubt he will be. Well, it's just a wild horse running from something. 3 more. So this is 1. 2. 3. I'm honestly real happy we run into Nox through Runa. Because it's a nice, like, he's a weekly customer over the Bowser Boys, just occasionally being like, hey, we want crate. Or 2. Make it for us. We will pay you. There's a horse, but doesn't look like Mackenzie's. This should be a quick and easy thing. Small one, check it out. Pull the thing out the back. I don't think that matters, actually. I want to figure out whether you can stack lassos. I'm sure you can't because it's a tool, but so I want to get a Lancaster and another Navy to keep in there. It'd be fun to play a character who is from Pennsylvania, who calls it a Lancaster, not a Lancaster. It's a subtle difference, but there is a difference. We're going to go up above Emerald for just a second to check out that thing. Quentin's reply about Ivy was essentially like, well, it's unfortunate that things went the way that they did, but at least we can look at it as she failed a pretty massive test that she would have needed to pass to do stuff with Flatneck Trading Company, being you took an offer of peace and cut the guy down. Wow. It's like, as much as we would have maybe liked you to join the company, we can't afford that kind of a wild card. I don't think we have anything else we really wanted to do right this second. So we're gonna head back. I'm gonna do it cinematically because I ordered something food-wise. I need to grab it real quick. Cool. We'll do this. And I'm probably going to turn in early because I had a late night. Thanks to that Pablo thing the other day. We'll check Limbany real quick. He's right here. We'll see whether anybody's even there. I almost don't think there will be. Because of Pavel's injury. Unless, like, Golden Hounds or somebody are around. Nah, it doesn't seem like it. We'll just do a little ride through. Yeah, there's nobody here. Not if there was a pronghorn that close. Okay, yeah, sure. Try and run somebody down, why don't you? This is maybe a different direction than Runa has seen. Runa. Well, Runa. Of course he knows a lot. Maybe even too much. Please don't overlook that he's actively trying to help you through all this. I don't know how he presented whatever he talked with you about, but given that he spent half of our conversation trying to warn me to keep my head on a swivel, especially if I meant to continue in your company, and I do, I think he cares. So I say this with the utmost care. Maybe not care. So I say this with the utmost intent. Loving someone means giving them access to all the best ways they can hurt you and trusting that they won't. I'm sure he's not the only person in the crossing who knows too much. What about Greaves? Manius? Mr. Quinton? Mr. Winton? Hades? Do I know too much? I love you, Runa Minette. My father was a bastard of a businessman who drank himself to death, and I still don't know if it was guilt from the way he treated my mother when he drank, shame about being an Egyptian or an Englishman, or because he had me for a son. I have vowed to you, though not directly and in person, to protect you from the bits of my father in me, why I don't drink, from the outside world, and most of all, from yourself, because I love you. So I'll say this just once, Runa. No. Let him go on knowing too much. Let him die of old age with the scars you've already given him. Let him continue with what he thinks is right, warning me, a man who loves and chooses to sleep with the most dangerous woman I know, that she might strangle me in my sleep. Prove him wrong. And yeah. Now we go to Thieves. There's not a lot I wanted to do today, but we've done most of it. Which is great. Oh, man. I feel bad because this is going to be a real short stream, and I'm just noticing that I'm getting my viewer count is slowly going up, which I love. Thank you for being here. Chime in the chat if you want. We are trying to help somebody who may or may not be some kind of a psychopath because of the way that she has buried past trauma and interpreted things. Try to be more of a normal person. And it's wild. Like, this is such an interesting arc, and I don't know where it will go. Because I think it's entirely possible that, like, just it's sort of a 50-50 thing at this point, where it's like we're lining up as much as we possibly can to help Runa succeed and come out of Sisika and be a different person and join the Flatneck Trading Company as basically my personal security person, and like we just live happily forever. Drama aside and whatnot, but there's bits and pieces of her that are coming through that are like, I want, like, the pieces of things that she needs to figure out how to deal with are sneaking out in various ways. And so it's like we gotta talk to her about a couple things. One of them being, you know, her being around Venge is trouble. Hey, Cobbles. I don't judge. I don't judge at all. I just am wanting to, I hope she reads my telegram the way that I meant it. That's Rattlesnake.
Is that Abdul?
Mr. Rattlesnake, how are you?
Abdul, how you doing? How are you?
Doing fairly well. Hello, Raul.
How are you?
Doing fairly well, doing fairly well.
You fucking get around, Abdul. You know that?
Yes, yes, I do know that. Why do you say so, Rattlesnake?
Seems like everybody that I know or everybody that I've met, you also know.
It's my business to know, folks.
So it seems. So it seems, Mr. Abdul. Well, good night to both of you. I'm gonna lay my head down. Abdul, good seeing you again. Mr. Raoul, good meeting you. Before I lay my head down, I am heading to Blackwater. I'll send you a telegram of mine. And then I'll lay my head down there.
All right.
All right?
It strikes me that the two of you are both trying to find work at a time when there is much going on. You'd be good for one another.
Wait, there's a lot going on right now?
I'll be honest with you, Abdul, there's a lot more going on than you think.
Oh?
Raoul and I just went through an absolute mind fuck. And I'm not going to get into it. If Mr. Raoul wants to get into it with you, that's his
Mr.
business.
Raul can.
We got into a three-way.
Yeah.
Oh, yes?
You can say that.
That's why I'm having this cigarette. Because I got fucked.
Hmm.
Mr. Raoul, Abdul, you folk have a good one, all right? I'll see you later. Ciao.
Do tell, my friend.
A woman was selling our tarot cards, whatever. And holy shit.
Hmm.
It could be true what they say in those cards.
I don't put much stock in it myself. What did she say?
My history, me being a lone wolf. Apparently I'm gonna have a lot of cups. And it only could be one cup. And that's it.
Indeed. That doesn't sound all that bad to me.
No, she went deep. Apparently I'm gonna die alone, apparently.
Well, from a certain perspective, everyone dies alone.
I'm gonna die alone in pain. I don't want to be in pain when I die. I just want to sleep and just never wake up.
I suppose that depends on the lifestyle you choose. Which... the lifestyle of a criminal, for most of us, does end that way. I don't know what to tell you, my friend.
Yeah, like I said, we're mentally fucked. I don't know. I fuck with my head a lot.
So much so you did not even light a fire.
Right. A woman named Lucia. She's the one who fucked us.
Lucille?
Lucia.
Lucia.
Some woman. Used to be a, she used to be part of the circus. Now she used to be a doctor. But not a doctor anymore. Now she does the doctor with criminals now. So she's one of us. I don't know.
Strange.
See.
Well, my friend, I hate to leave you alone with your thoughts, but I need to be going to bed as well.
Híjole. Oh, what's going on around? What's going on? Anything exciting going on?
If you are asking specifically of today, I do not really know. I've been awake for a few appointments and then asleep most of the day. I only awoke a few, not even an hour ago, near Valentine, to just to get on my horse and ride back to my hotel room.
I see, I get it.
Limpany is empty, as I suspected it might be. I do not know aside from that. Perhaps there is things going on out west.
I'll probably have a rider in that west and figure out what the hell's going on. But anywho, get some sleep, hombre.
Of course, my friend. Be well.
Likewise, hombre.
I know Runa has a weird way of releasing stress and emotion. Abdul is trying to figure out... He doesn't judge her for anything, even though we do, and he definitely should. It might be a problem. But, yeah, I mean, he's trying to make her think about what she is thinking and like actually think through the other ramifications other than just like the fear side of things or the jealousy side of things. Like, there's a piece of him that is like terrified that if he goes out working with anybody on a solo basis, if it's a woman, especially if it's not Hades, that if Runa ever caught wind of it, she would hunt that woman down and kill her. or feed her to wolves or something, like stay away from my man style. And that's just not a thing he wants to have happen. He doesn't want her, like, he wants her to, like, actively realize there are people who care about her, himself included, and she can't necessarily think about it in terms of this person knows too much. Yeah, it's cool. Like, I really like the fact that Thistlebrook decided to start flirting with us back when we first met her. I mean, so Cobbles, you would have missed it earlier. We went and talked to a shrink earlier, and we also talked to Wainwright. And Wainwright was basically like, hey, keep your head on a swivel. I appreciate the hell out of what you're trying to do. I also know that the woman that you're trying to do it with is liable to strangle you in her sleep, because that's what she did to her sister. Although he didn't outright tell us that. He just connected some dots for us. And Abdul just still isn't quite sure what happened with the sister. He just knows now that the name that she sometimes wakes up screaming about is the sister in question, and he doesn't quite know what's involved beyond that. I actually might have also watched it, Cobbles. He actually did hold back, believe it or not. I think you probably watched from her angle. His angle, he was like a little annoyed that people had come with him, because he wanted to really let loose and like try to get her to stop pitying herself and like really let her have it on some things. So the fact that he was as restrained as he was incredible. Like he definitely still went for the throat. And he did that with Abdul as well. He like started with, first off, I don't know how you can love somebody who, like, I've held you at arm's length because the woman literally fed me to a bear. You can understand why I would be a little remiss to trust the person who has hopped into bed with her. Yeah, no, he's fantastic. The impression I had sort of gotten of him is that he's a little bit of a pushover in some regards, but like that is not true of anything I've seen so far. Abdul has a lot of respect for Wainwright for like forgiving Runa at all. Like, that was a terrifying thing that she put him through, handcuffing him and then making him stare down a bear that then knocked him down and tried to rip his face off. Like, Abdul is sort of in that space where it's like, this is a guy who could do completely awful things to you, and you would deserve them, and he's choosing not to. Let him be. Like, it's clear that he cares about, if not you, at least some aspect of you, because why the heck would he put you through what he's put you through? Why would he go see you if he didn't care? Like, if he didn't care about you, he would be the first one to go to Greaves and go, no, put her in the electric chair. She deserves it. So, for Abdul trying to help her see the the humanity in a person and the like choice to be with them anyway is like there's a degree of it's like, listen, if you feel this way about Wainwright, how do you feel about me? Like, do I know too much? Like, I'm here with you. He's literally told me in so many words, like, watch your back because she might strangle you in your sleep. Like, and I'm still here and he's still here. Like, I'm not saying we're exactly the same person, but there's definitely a similarity there where both of us care about you. And if you're gonna go so far as to say that he knows too much, what does that mean about me eventually? Am I a plaything that you're gonna toss away when you're tired of me? Because I'm not going nowhere. And you can't fully convey all of that. And I really hope she takes it the same way. So you watched him try to take him hostage. Yeah. Wainwright knows a lot. He's smarter than I think she gave him credit for. Like I enjoy having, like, for as much as I know about Runa, I enjoy not really knowing anything about her relationship with Wainwright. It's so good to kind of have that aspect of, like, our characters have talked. Pillow talk is a thing. We're obviously not going to roleplay any of that because erotic roleplay is a strict no-no on Wild, and I'm not really comfortable doing that anyway. But you gotta figure that there's stuff that comes out after in that like pillow talk time. So it's nice knowing a whole bunch about the character, but at the same time knowing absolutely nothing about some other pieces of it, which is where it's really cool going to a psychologist and going, hey, I don't know if you'll be able to help, but I would like you to try if you can. Don't worry about how much it costs. I'll cover it. Just help her. I care about her. Whatever that looks like, however that looks like. Corvid sort of suggested going so far as to like eventually be like, hey, do you know that you spending time with Benji feels like it reinforces the side of the things that are very, very stressful for me in our relationship, like waking up not knowing if you're going to be here or if I'm going to have a telegram that says that you got into trouble. And kind of like having to process through that, and it's gonna be interesting. And I wish we could like rush everything forward and just do scene after scene after scene after scene. But she's stuck in Sisika until the 17th. We have all the time in the world to kind of like draw some of this out, and like he can write a strong, passionate telegram that's like a major thing, and hopefully she gets it and reads it, understands it the way that he means it, doesn't take offense from it, and it just serves to like build up things that much more. Yeah, for both, honestly, the dynamic between all of us, like Abdul is like, he's promising things, but at the same time, like, there, as Wainwright has pointed out, like, if there's a certain point where she's just not willing to be helped, not not interested in making certain choices. And I feel like Abdul feels like she is. He's in it for this. But Wainwright presented the possibility of like, what if you have to cut it off? Like, what happens then? And Abdul very much is like, I don't know. I will burn that bridge if I have to come to it, because I really don't want to come to it. I don't want to make that decision. I don't want to have to think it through now. Yeah. It's really neat for me because Abdul is a product of the role play. He's taken more and more shape and reacted to the people around him and kind of like oriented based on that. It's pushed him in really interesting directions, which is super cool. Where a lot of the like he is in Runa's corner, but what that actually looks like, we're still figuring out exactly. Because if there's a certain point where he has to like walk away, it's going to be incredibly hard for him. Like hard enough to the point that he may have to like, if we came to that, he might have to leave the crossing for a while. Because being in the crossing at this point, especially being in Thieves, being around, interacting with folk, like it's all going to remind him of Runa. Because she's just been there, and the amount of time that they've spent together in a relatively short amount of time has just really deepened his care. Which is cool. I mean, it's like proximity to anybody makes you get close fast, oftentimes, especially if there's traumatic circumstances or drama going on where you're like, I need to trust the people I'm with. And he does trust her. Like when she tells Wainwright that like she would never hurt him, he's pretty sure that's true. Now, am I sure that's true? No. I bet she could hurt him. I hope she doesn't. But we'll see. We'll see. It's a slow burn. That's how this goes. We are, yeah. I will be back tomorrow because we gotta try and see if we can even visit her. I hope we can, but we'll see. But at the moment, it is pretty late, and I need to go to bed. So, thanks for hanging. Good to see you, Cobbles. Oh yeah, Hunter. Yep. I don't think she would feed Abdul to a bear. But yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'll be around tomorrow. We're gonna try and visit her around 9 p.m. Eastern. Which would have been about 2 hours and 45 minutes ago. For those of you in different time zones. Yeah, I have some ideas already. Like, I cleared the one thing that I cleared with her already is like, just be like, we have established that you cry out in your sleep. The thing that I want to do is not all the time is that unintelligible. So I think there's a suspicion already in Abdul's head that she had something to do with her sister. And now that he knows that name that she cries out is her sister, like, maybe there's a whole, we'll see. So I think it could be a little bit cathartic, because one of the things that Thistlebrook has said is, like, Runa being in there is tough. I mean, it's 2 a.m. for you, but it's what? It's 5 now? I don't know. You keep weird hours. It's fine. That's, yeah. We'll see how it goes. Regardless, Cobbles, my VODs are always free, and I'm in process of making sure that they're on YouTube so that people can watch them. It's just taking a while because there's like 60 of them now. But yeah, if you don't catch it live, you can definitely watch the replay. Please do. I would love having you in the chat just to comment on stuff, but it's all good. Do what you need to do. Yeah, I'm gonna head to bed. Thank you so much, folks, for watching. I will catch you tomorrow. Is it the same? Let me look at my Twitch page, actually, because I thought actually that I had a link in the description of my page. No, I will fix that. There will be a YouTube link so that you'll be able to find it. I will figure out how to do that. Good night, friends. Thank you so much. Wow, there's 8 people now. Sheesh. I feel bad because I'm getting off. Anyway, adios, friends. Take care.